Hello and welcome back to episode 45 of The Outer Worlds. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. And you should be grateful that I did not do the intro that I planned to do, which would have been obnoxious and painful to watch. I might still do it, so, be a moderate amount of grateful. We'll see how it goes. In any case, we've got a beep-a-beep to deal with. And I believe it's right here. It is not right here. Signed tossball stick. Don't mind if I do. Tossball cards.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh. Analyze.
A single footprint. Size 10. Tossball cleat sized.
Analyze the footprint.
The soil in this residue contains a very high concentration of oxygen.
Points to a terraformer.
Well done, Inspector. The weather monitoring station at the pilot house substitutes for a terraformer. The soil in his footprint likely came from there.
Better keep looking around. What? What are you doing? Yeah, I want to steal all. What's the deal with that signed tossball stick? It does plasma damage. That's exciting. I don't want to read more Dissident Queen either. Is it getting excited again? Maybe? Drinking in the shower. Oof. Why? See, look at that. It gets all excited, but I can't. What if I shoot it? No? I don't get it. Man, whoever was hanging out here really made a mess of the place. I believe that's Halcyon Helen. Champion tossball blocker. Burned stuff. Oh, there we go. Analyze.
The card fragments of a letter lies at the bottom of this wastebasket.
Can you identify what was on the letter?
Unfortunately, most of the writing is beyond recovery. The words station, meeting point, and emergency are all that can be discerned.
Ooh, maybe they had to put a body in storage. That would be fun.
Would it? Cold.
Someone burned this letter shortly after Halcyon Helen's death.
So I guess we're going to the weather monitoring station. Is there more stuffs? It's not getting aroused over here anymore. So I guess we're done. I would have thought that we might, figure out who the occupant of this room was. But it's got to be Birdie, right? It's got to be Birdie. Screw it. Who's going to stop me? I'm just going to turn them into weapon parts, but hey, I need weapon parts.
What floor would you like to visit?
I guess I'm leaving. Don't be you. Be better. That's sort of like bringing your whole self to the workplace, but even more, right? Or is it? Maybe in order to be better, you have to leave the not good parts of yourself behind. Speak with Chef Anwar. Thought I was going to a weather station. What's that got to do with the chef? Maybe I'm out of order here.
The brochure never mentioned any.
Look at it. want it. Ooh. Ooh. Is this where I find the forbidden door? It is a mess down here. What is that? What is that? It's cigarette butts and a spaceship model. There's no forbidden door in here.
You hear about the murder? How the hell could I?
That's not a forbidden door. Room B1 keycard? Yes, please.
Nice and easy.
I don't think I need to worry about the rest of this stuff right now. Somebody really ought to teach you people to close the door behind you.
Great work.
And where are we now? Hello.
Why, hello there. Goodness, I always enjoy seeing guests, but it's been so long since I've chatted face to face that I about hopped out of my skin at the sight of you. Excuse me, I should introduce myself, though you might know me already, just not by name. I'm Bellhop Sullivan. You've likely heard my dulcet tones through the elevator intercom.
Bellhop is a strange first name. Pleased to finally meet you.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm glad to meet you too. Now that our introductions are out of the way, do let me know if I can help you with anything.
Yeah, why does your voice smile more than your face? That's really weird. Any gossip about Norval?
Oh yes, Norville's great. Always ready to help any and all guests who might need it. And so handsome too. His judgment sometimes leaves something to be desired, I will say. Kept badgering Halcyon Helen prior to her death about an autograph or something. A little beyond his station.
Do you know anything about Helen's murder?
Unfortunately not. I was in the operator room for the elevator, as usual. The camera feed only allows me to see within the elevator, which always has many people coming through. For what it's worth, the murder was a right shame. I always enjoyed the serials starring Ms. Helen, though I did find them prone to repetitive plot structures. But I'm sure you've heard the rumor about what actually did her in. That marauders got into the hotel and management is covering it up so the guests don't run off.
Have marauders been a problem before?
Well, not necessarily, but they're fairly prevalent on the other complexes. It wouldn't take much for them to find their way here. Slug claims they've got the problem under control, but I don't understand why they haven't simply gone and exterminated all of the marauders like the vermin they are. Oh, well, I'm just here to push buttons.
Can guests not push buttons themselves?
Well, yes, but having an operator certifies that the right guests end up on the proper floors. We wouldn't want tossball players rubbing shoulders with CEOs. It'd be anarchy. Plus, there's always the risk a guest chips a nail or loses a ring on a button. It's an extra effort, but the Grand Colonial prides itself on personalized service in all things. That and the elevator still works if I'm ever not around. I do take occasional breaks and sleep every so often.
Okay, bye. Wow, so I picked that locked door just so that I could harass the elevator operator? I mean, as harassment goes, I think I was pretty gentle with her, but still. Alright, well, I guess we haven't found my favorite door yet.
I wonder what it must be like. Living down here like sprats in a wall.
Speaking of sprats, That's not what I thought was going to come out when I took that out. And, no one is concerned about gunfire in the hotel.
Look out!
Good to know. Oh, that one's not hostile. Alright. What do we got over here? Hacking skill too low. Oof. Alright, well I believe somewhere I stole a keycard to a room in B area, but... Oh no, these are employee quarters. This pile of cartridges contains the IDs of Halcyon Helen's sidekicks who were killed, mortally wounded, mulched, melted, torn to ribbons, decapitated, or turned into mechanicals in the line of duty, or otherwise identified post-mortem. Quite a list. What is... Oh no, that's fanfic. Alright. Requires A2...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Really?
I'm trapped. In room A3. Please. Someone come help me.
What? How?
I'm feeling weak. Please just open the door.
How? Analyze?
Inspector, I've detected a structural anomaly within a 0.8 meter radius of this locked door.
Tell me what it is for dramatic effect.
Apologies, Inspector. This unit has not been programmed with a histrionics module. Dramatic effects are currently disabled.
Boo. I can fix that.
Histrionics mode temporarily activated. Now simulating dramatic effect. Look out, Inspector. This floor panel is 0.3 millimeters shorter than regulation length. Unauthorized modifications are afoot.
I'll bear that in mind. Examine. Dirty keycard for A2. Excellent. And in we go. Whoa! In the hotel itself, even?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh yeah? Could it have something to do with this Deadman?
Analysis
Analyze?
confirms this is Evan O'Connell. Analysis also confirms he is dead.
What's the cause of death?
For additional study of this body's skeletal structure, the cause of death was head trauma.
Head trauma.
Further analysis indicates Evan's fatal injuries were sustained from blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, and his head collided with the ground.
He took a bad fall and cracked his head open. Was it an accident?
There are traces of blood on Evan's hands, Inspector.
Did he cut himself on something?
Analysis concludes this blood is human, type A. Medical records indicate Evan O'Connell's blood is type O.
Amelia is type A?
Medical records indicate Amelia Stillwell's blood is indeed type A. Great work, Inspector.
Who the hell is Amelia Stillwell? I'm doing great at this whole
If you wish
inspector
to
thing.
question Amelia Stillwell, Slug's scheduling records indicate that she is presently on duty at the pilot house checkpoint.
Alright, all roads lead to the pilot house, it appears. Now how am I going to let the poor entrapped person next door out? Give me that. Got any beep-a-beep for me? No. Oh. Wait a minute. To whom it may concern, please consider this note as a service request to fix A3's faulty door. I deeply apologize for not following proper protocols with this informal request, but my terminal is broken. Too broken to submit a service request form to fix it. I normally would never thumb my nose at our standard operating procedures, but I've been stuck in my room for several days, and believe I will likely starve to death quite soon. Well, I hope to hear from someone soon in regards to processing this urgent request. Thank you. Did that person seriously die while I was busy fighting the thing next door? Oh, well, at least they had some stimulation. That's nice. Trace amounts of sprat saliva on this current stump, former arm, indicates the starving bellhop fed the starving creatures with her flesh. It's a shame she was unwilling to eat herself first. What?
I'm trapped in room A3. Please, someone come help me. I'm feeling weak. Please just open the door. And I'm not sure how much longer I'll make it. The door's stuck. And I know I need to write a service request, but I can't get it under the door. Is anyone there?
Okay, so I think I wasn't actually listening to her pleading for her life. I think I was listening to that recording. So I feel a bit better now. I have eaten the purple berries which were in the refrigerator and which you were probably saving for breakfast. They were awful. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Really? In here? Where is it, though? Oh. No? Ellie, is there something you need to say?
This
Analyze.
collection of frozen food has not been restocked in some time. Many of these items are not available in the Grand Colonial, and must have been brought in from outside. The fridge was transported here from one of the guest bedrooms upstairs.
Isn't that interesting? These employees are rather ill-behaved, aren't they? Failing to follow proper maintenance procedure. Screwing around with the walls. Stealing refrigerators from guest quarters. Really? Storing, ooh. Nope, that was the wrong button. Thank you. Storing parasite spawn in Halcyon Helen. Altars. I guess that's the best word for it. been in here? I sure hope not. I think maybe I have, though. Yeah, I have. Wow, how lazy was I? I hope somebody was unhappy with my performance in this room previously. Did I read this? No. Dear Diary, my new living quarters are real swell, but I'm having a bit of trouble getting to sleep every night. Management kindly offered to board me up in the hallway while they commandeer my room for Spectrum launch storage. Since then, I swear I've been seeing things. Now, I'm sure it's due to lack of sleep on account of the darned leaky pipe over my bed, but last night I saw something like a giant worm slither past me. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm entirely grateful over all the space I have now, but I have to find a way to get some rest before I go completely mad. Well, next time I recommend just killing the giant worm thing. I think that's probably the more expedient course of action here.
I won't tell.
Thank you. Bard. Interesting. That's a very large sprat. I think that's going to be a problem. And what is this? Okay, the restroom does have a door. More modified doors? What are these people doing? It's a sprat of unusual size.
Birdie doesn't seem like he has the, how do I put this, intelligence to hide a bottle of zero-G, much less a murder.
Cool story. I was trying to loot a corpse and you were in the way. Thank you. Bellhop. Apparently nobody is concerned by his absence. Hotel guest. Nobody concerned by his absence either. And who installed a bar on the door? Ooh, I can wear a uniform of the hotel. To whom it may or may not concern, I don't understand why I deserve to be terminated. I was your engineer. I fixed things. Your time clock was malfunctioning. You were logging 1 hour for every 10 I put in. How is that fair? And yeah, I admit it, I wanted that free tour of the distillery. I put in my 10,000 hours, and I deserve to wet my throat with little Spectrum Violet. I didn't know accepting that free tour meant I'd join the Rizzo's family. You know I can't read fine print ever since that welding accident. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Catch a freighter back to the Groundbreaker? Sublate won't pick me up. So I guess that means I'm going to go talk to Mr. Ludovico, hat in hand, and beg him to employ me. Sorry, I take that back. I won't have my hat in my hand. I turned that in with the rest of my personals. It was a stupid hat anyway. Bouquet. That looks like some kind of engine, doesn't it? Is there more going on back here? For example, loot that I overlooked? Yes, there is. And... whoa. Oh, it just looks weird because it's highlighted. Damn. Sure, tossball card, whatever, I guess. I can't take the tossball itself. Alright. Is there any way to tell whether I've... I think I have. Did I find the forbidden door yet? Or no? Maybe the forbidden door had the slug monster in it?
I was a few minutes late with room service earlier today.
That seems reasonable, doesn't it? Attention, the Grand Colonial Hotel is seeking a new volunteer engineer. The employee who accepts this position will be expected to carry out their existing duties for no additional payment. Talk to your supervisor if interested during your 15-minute break. And don't forget, with more hours logged each week, the closer you get to winning the free tour. Wow.
With a revolver. I left the drink and ran.
Okay. And this is where I came down. Yes. Back on track to the chef.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
That's the wrong gun to whip out. Analyze.
Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
Well, too bad I didn't bring Sam with me. Turn the stove on. This seems like a workplace hazard.
Searching slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
Turn the stove on.
Captain, no!
Performing scan. Gaslight appears to have gone out some time ago. Chance of explosive combustion without gaslight, 0.01%.
How disappointing. Alright, I'm not really sure why we needed to have a conversation about that, but I do think we need to have a conversation with this person.
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you'll have to wait. Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do that. I'm booked for the next month. You'll have to make a reservation.
Don't you care about the crime that just occurred?
Crime or no crime, I must keep my head on my work. One does not simply become the head chef in all of Eridanos by fretting over irrelevant happenings.
One also does not simply walk into Mordor. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're the inspector? Here? Why? I mean, you may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide.
If you have to tell me you are a lady, it's because you're not. Did you prepare all of Helen's meals?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
Helen's last meal was poisoned.
Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed her warnings. Okay, I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been mistaken when I said I was constantly watching Helen's food. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Why were you being so evasive?
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Why else would I worry about it?
Because you're guilty.
What? Truly? That's an alarming business oversight. Instead of volatile chemicals, the corporations should put barbiturates in everything. Everyone likes barbiturates. But I don't believe that was a risk with Helen's meal. I was, up to something else. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking, and consequently, I may have been somewhat less than coherent after preparing Helen's meal.
Alibi's a little thin here.
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her, you can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal.
Any idea where I might be able to find Bellhop Owens?
Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands.
I no longer want to talk about anything else.
If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait.
What was Woolrich doing around the kitchen?
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his suite on the VIP guest floor. He's usually there if he's not poking around here.
We'll see if you were telling the truth.
Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
Okay, well with that, we're all out of time for episode 45. Come back and see me again in 46, and we will talk to a bellhop and a security recording. Talk to you soon.